It's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and I still do not have my voice back all the way, so I apologize. I do sound a little bit scratchy. If you've got children in your life, of course you're going to be reading a lot of books. So I put together a pretty comprehensive book faves. Olivia absolutely loves books. We read books all the time, and also she has quiet time, and a lot of her quiet time she just sits there and looks at books. It's something that's probably a big part of most parents' lives. I feel like in particular some children are really interested in books while others don't care quite so much. I wanted to put this video together to share Olivia's top favorite books. We've done book faves in the past, and so there are going to be some repeats. Those are just books that have withstood the test of time, so I think it's good that they're in the video yet again. I have a lot of new faves. I've got a stack like legit on this table up to right there. I am going to go quite fast because I've got a lot of books. I will link to all the books in the description box down below for you guys. If you're looking at getting your toddler or preschooler some books, then this video is definitely for you. Hopefully you can get some gift ideas for the toddlers in your life. So let's go ahead and hop in. The first category is space. So my little girl is obsessed with space, and this is the book that started it all. Usborne Peek Inside Space. This one is really cool because it's got different like peek windows and lift a flap sections. So it's really interactive. She just gravitated towards this book, and we still look at this book a lot. So it's just a really nice flip book. The Usborne books are really high quality, and you can get these from Usborne people. It's one of those MLM things, but you can also find these on Amazon in the used section. So I would just search for any of the Usborne books on Amazon and see if you can get them there. Some of them are lightly used, but we've had really good luck finding Usborne books that way. Since Olivia's been really into space, we have other space books that we've really liked. There's No Place Like Space. She does like Cat in the Hat everything, and so this one was a real big hit. It does talk about actual facts, and so she's learned a lot from this book. Going along with the same thing, we've got 8 Spinning Planets, and this one's really cool because the planets are dimensional. You can see like each page has one planet. It actually talks about factual things. The planets are, for the most part, really accurate as far as their description and their coloring. I think one of the planets on here is not the right color, but for the rest of them, they are pretty accurate. And so she's learned a lot from this book as well. And then a book that's a little bit more advanced for her. We look at this book a lot, but we don't dive into all of the details. So this is a book that can really grow with her over time. The National Geographic Kids' first big book of space. Now this one is actual pictures of planets from telescopes and stuff, some digital renderings. It talks about a lot of details about different planets, stars. It's got a whole table of contents, so it covers a lot of things about space, and it is very factual, and so this is one that can definitely grow with her. We also have one of these, my first big book of why, and it talks about a lot of different things about bodies and animals and things like that. And so I really like these kind of big books. They do have these on a lot of different topics, so if your little one likes a certain topic, definitely look and see if they have one of these books over the topic, because it covers a lot of detail, and so it's just bite-sized little nuggets that we can talk about here and there. And of course I can't do a book faves without talking about P.D. Eastman and Dr. Seuss. So there are a lot of books that she really likes. We have a lot of these little small books. We've had these since she was little, so you can see they're pretty worn and beat up. The Shape of Me and Other Stuff has been a big fave of hers. I'll teach my dog a lot of words. The Alphabet Book, and also Are You My Mother? And so we love these. We also like Hop on Pop, Go Dog Go, that kind of book. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those. They're just really fun, and she's getting to the point now she's recognizing sight words and smaller words, and so these books are really great to go through with her because she recognizes a lot of the words on some of these pages. Another small fun one is Blue Hat, Green Hat, and she will read this one all by herself. It's really easy to go through the whole thing, but it's just one of those fun, cute books. These Sandra Boynton books on Amazon are like $4 and $5 a piece, so they're a really good buy. They're definitely great stocking stuffer size. Now, if you've got a potty training kid or a kid that's gonna be potty training soon, this is a really big fave. Where's the Poop? And so this one, you have lots of flaps. You get to find the poop from each of the animals. And it is just super cute, and she loves this one. Each of the animals' poops is a little bit accurate in the drawings, so we can talk about why their poop looks a little bit different, and they get to see that everybody poops because even the animals poop. A great nighttime book that we love is Good Night Gorilla. The gorilla is just a little sneaky guy. He takes the keys, and it's a really quick read, so sometimes we'll read this 2 or 3 times at night. She just loves this one. So my little girl learned numbers and ABCs really quickly, and I attribute that in part to 2 specific books. So for numbers, we have this Usborne Count to 100 book, and Olivia just loved this book. There were many, many, many nights that this would be the book we read before bed, and we would count all the way to the 100 page. So it's a really big book. And you can see this one is worn out. We have broken this binding. And so this one I would highly, highly recommend. It does start the counting at 1. And so it does all the way to 10, and then it has 20, and then all the 10s up to 100. So each page is a different thing. So this one you learn the tens place, you learn the one-to-one counting, and she can count to 100 now. And I really attribute that to this book. I mean, obviously your child's got to be interested in numbers to begin with, but she just loved numbers and loved this book. This one is definitely a must-have if you're learning about counting. Going along with the same kind of learning theme, I think Olivia learned her alphabet because of this book, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Really early on, Olivia picked up on the ABCs. Before she could even talk, I knew she knew them all, because we would play games with this back cover, and I'd say, where's the whatever? And she would find it. And it's all because of this book. The book is a story about the ABCs walking through climbing up the coconut tree, and so it's a really cute book. It does have the Chicka Chicka Boom Boom repetitiveness to the book, and she learned her ABCs. I think it was partially due to this book, so I would definitely recommend this, especially if your little one is starting to show interest in the ABCs. This is a really great book. Another kind of learning book, which is a little bit learning and a little bit just fun, the Scrambled States of America. So this one talks about the United States, and it talks about them like they're each a little person. It's really, really cute. They all have faces and things. It talks about the different states, and Olivia just loves this book. We read this one a lot, and we read it from cover to cover. This one is one of the longer books. It has a lot of writing on it, but she just loves it. She's definitely learned a few states from this book, especially like Texas is a really obvious one since we live in Texas. But she can point out some of the states. And one thing I like about this book is in the back here, it has all the states written out too. She'll point to them and ask me to name them. So it's a really good thing to just get her started learning the United States. And here's another really classic book, The Little Blue Truck. We also have Little Blue Truck Springtime. It's a lift the flap type of book. There's also a Halloween and a Christmas. And we've read both of those at the library and at the bookstore. So we didn't actually pick those ones up, but they're definitely on our list. This one's one we've read over and over again. And I'm going to talk about some of these series of books like you've never heard of them, because I was talking to my best friend about a certain series that I'll talk about, and she had no idea what I was talking about. So maybe you won't know these series even if you do have a preschooler. One of the series that Olivia just loves is the Piggy and Elephant, or Elephant and Piggy books. So they're really, really cute. Let's go for a drive. Should I share my ice cream? There's a bird on your head, and there are just bunches of these books, and they're super duper cute. They are always done in like the word bubble style, so each of the animals is talking. And they just do really silly stuff, and Olivia just loves them. I'll hear her at quiet time reading some of these. I'll hear her up there going, ah, and I'll know she's reading a Piggy and Elephant book. They're just super fun, and she just loves those ones. And also going along with that, by the same author, there's the Pigeon series, and she really likes those as well, especially this one, The Pigeon Finds a Hot Dog. And again, I'll see her in her room on the monitor, and I'll hear her yelling, "That's it!" That's one of the lines from this book. "That's it!" And she'll yell it, and I'll hear her in her room. She's just reading these cute, silly books. And again, by the same author, he just makes the best books ever. Knuffle Bunny, or Knuffle Bunny, however you want to say it. There's the Knuffle Bunny, there's Knuffle Bunny 2, and Knuffle Bunny Free. And it is just so cute. You get to see Trixie grow up throughout the books, and Olivia really likes these books. They're really quick, easy reads, and the pictures in them are really cute. I definitely recommend these ones a lot. It seems like we go through phases where she will want me to read this every time we're reading a story, and then she'll forget about it for a while, but we seem to always come back to these books. And I really like them too. They do have a little bit of parenting jokes in them, and so they're super cute. And we do not have Knuffle Bunny Free. We read it at the bookstore, and it is Trixie giving the little Bunny to somebody else, and it's kind of like the last Toy Story movie. I just completely lost it when I watched the last Toy Story movie. When Andy's giving away the toys, I just completely bawled my eyes out, and it was the same thing. I was like choking back tears reading the third book in this series, but they're super duper cute. This isn't necessarily a book, but we were given a subscription to the Highlights magazine, and it is a great, great gift. Olivia loves getting these every month. They do have a bunch of different stories in them. There's little activities in the back, but her favorite part is actually the hidden pictures. You get a picture, you get to find things, and they actually have the hidden picture books. I did end up getting her a couple for Christmas that I'll link down below for you guys, where they're just whole books of just those hidden picture pages. I think the books themselves are really awesome, but the magazine subscription is not that expensive, and it makes a great gift. And so it was just one of the gifts that we got that's been one of the best gifts. And so I highly recommend that. If you're looking for a gift idea, that would be a great gift to give somebody. And one of the book faves that I happen to really like as well is The Lion and the Mouse. And this is just a little fable, and there are hardly any words in the book. You just have to tell the story, but the artwork in here is just gorgeous. I'm pretty positive this one has been in a favorites before. It's just such a beautiful book, and Olivia loves looking at the pictures. We do have a couple more by the same author. The Tortoise and the Hare is one that we've read a few times that she really likes. Jerry Pinkney made this one. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous book. We usually get the Kohl's Cares books every quarter, so a lot of these books came from that, and they're $5. This one happened to be, I think, $8 from the Kohl's Cares, but this one is one that Olivia has really liked, the bot that Scott built, and this one is really cute. The story builds on itself. It's a lot of repetition, which is really fun for her, a lot of rhyming, and it's just really pretty. And it's a cute little story, and Olivia likes things like space and robots, so this one kind of goes along with that same theme. I only brought 2 books up here, but one of Olivia's top faves is Pete the Cat, and this is the one my best friend had never heard of. It's a whole series. There are tons of Pete the Cat books. I just brought up 2 for reference. Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes, and Pete the Cat and the Missing Cupcakes. Now, we have a lot of these Pete the Cat books. If you watched any of my book faves, you know these have been in the book faves before. But if you're an Amazon Prime member, check out Amazon Prime Video. They have a whole series of the Pete the Cat now. So it's really, really cute. It's one of the few TV shows that Olivia gets to watch. I am really picky about children's videos because a lot of them aren't that great, but these ones are. It's a conflict that the group works towards solving, which is the style of video I really like. I like when it's a group of people working towards something together and problem solving, and so their video series is just top notch, and the books are amazing. And so also, to go along with the book, there are a lot of songs, and so you can look up the songs on YouTube, or they give you like information in the back to find the songs on the website. I definitely cannot recommend these ones enough. Another series that probably everybody has heard of is the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Olivia has ripped this one, but this is If You Give a Dog a Donut. We have quite a few of the same books in the same series, but they also have a TV show, and it is on Amazon Prime Video as well. I don't know if it's exclusive to them or it's other places, but theirs is a pretty cute series too. They're all working towards some sort of goal, and it really teaches cooperation and problem solving. So the video series is really good, but the books are really good too. One of the things that Olivia has recently gotten into is dinosaurs. One of the dinosaur books she really likes is this My Very First Dinosaur book. This is an Usborne book. They do have like more advanced dinosaur books as well in their series. There's probably a lot of good dinosaur books out there, but this one's really basic. It puts it in preschooler terms so she can really understand. It talks about the extinction and what happened with that. It also talks about how the bones turned into fossils in a really kid-friendly, digestible version. And so it's something that she has really liked, and she really understands some of these concepts, like the dinosaurs aren't around anymore, and it's because of these events. And so it's a really great way for her to get the gist of dinosaurs. And so we read this one a lot. Going along with the same Usborne theme, we have a couple of these 1,000 books. 1,000 Things to Eat, 1,000 Animals, and these are great ones to just flip through. It's not really a lesson in reading. It's not a story at all. It's just a really fun thing for her to look through. It's just pages and pages of things. And we just love these. We look at these together. She'll look at these on her own, and it's great. She's learned a lot of the animal names from this book. Like, she knows Burmese python. That's one of her favorite snakes because it's one of the biggest snakes on the page. But they're just really fun books for her. She's learned a lot of different animals and different foods based on these books. All right, we're in the home stretch now. One more Coles Cares book, and I don't know if you could find this as a book together or if they're separate other than the Coles Cares book. This was one from a while ago. She actually likes both of these stories, so we'll read them just back to back. Got Baker, Baker, Cookie Maker, and also Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Bug. These are also step into reading books, so they're books that are easy to read, and she helps me read these. There's some words that she already knows from these stories, so they're really nice, quick reads. And going along with the same thing, we ended up finding one really cute one. This is Cooking with Sam I Am. Now, she really loves the Green Eggs and Ham book. We'll definitely read this one frequently, but I saw this one as well. Dr. Seuss has a whole bunch of these learn to read books. This is just a step one, so she does already know a lot of the words out of this one. We're working on sight words and sounding out the small words that are the CVC words. There aren't very many words on a page, and a lot of them are really easy to sound out words. So we work on reading this one together, and that is it. So that was a lot of books to throw at you guys. I will have all the links down below if you're interested in any of the books. Olivia just loves books, so we have a lot of favorites, but I hope you guys found it helpful. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.